Have you ever wondered what it takes to bring a forgotten chateau back to life, not just through bricks and mortar, but through memory, context, and history? Today, we're diving deep into Château de Chaumont, a majestic but overlooked building in central France. This video isn't about glossy renovations or YouTube chateau tours. It's about using time-worn photographs, some nearly a century old, and restoring them to tell a fuller, truer story. And yes, I restored the old photos myself. No AI fakery, no altering reality. Just real historical research, archival digging, and a lot of patience. Let's talk about why that matters. Part 1. The setting of Chaumont. Château de Chaumont is located in France. Known for its quiet charm and underappreciated rural beauty. Unlike some of the more famous Loire Valley chateaux, Chaumont isn't on many tourist itineraries. It's a place with history but not necessarily publicity. The chateau's architectural features hint at its layered past: a long rectangular central building with wings that form a cross shape, a mansard roof, granite pillars, and a commanding stone base that hints at both elegance and durability. But this video isn't a lecture on masonry. It's about what we can learn from piecing together stories buried in time, often quite literally buried in boxes of decaying photographs. So, why even bother with restoring old photographs? Well, in the case of Chaumont, the photos are some of the few surviving documents that link the building to its most profound chapter, when it served as a shelter for children during a dark period in European history. While this video won't go into the sensitive details of that era, it's important to understand that these images are more than curiosities. They are evidence. They are memory. They are testimony. Photographs from the early 20th century in Europe often came from modest cameras, printed on paper that doesn't age well. Many were stored improperly or simply forgotten. When I came across images of Chaumont from this era, I realized they needed, and deserved, careful restoration. Part 3. The process of restoration. The restoration process is delicate and often slow. First, I scan each photo at high resolution. Some are curled, torn, or water damaged. I don't add color or enhance anything to make it look modern or fake. My goal is simple: stabilize the image, reduce distortion, and bring it as close as possible to how it might have appeared when it was freshly printed decades ago. I clean up scratches, remove fungal marks where possible, and try to restore contrast without losing authenticity. This isn't about digital makeup, it's about historical accuracy. If the image was dim or flawed, I preserve that character. The point is not perfection, it's truth. And here's the part most people don't see: verifying context. Where was the photo taken? What date is likely? Who might have been the photographer? All of this research goes hand in hand with the physical restoration. A photo without context is a pretty image. A photo with context is a piece of history. Part 4. The responsibility of telling history. Restoring old images comes with responsibility. It's tempting to romanticize the past, especially with a beautiful old chateau. But that does a disservice to the real people who lived, worked, or found refuge there. My goal has never been to turn Chaumont into a fairy tale. Instead, I aim to honor the truths hidden in those faded snapshots. For example, one set of images I restored appears to come from the late 1930s or early 1940s. By cross-referencing architectural changes, window placements, and even shadows, I matched them with documented testimonies of children who once lived there under temporary guardianship. These photographs are not simply pictures of a building, they are slices of life during a fragile moment in time. When restoring and presenting these photos, I ask myself, what is the most respectful way to tell this story? How can I stay true to the facts without exploiting the emotion? The answer usually lies in restraint. I let the photos, and the building itself, speak through what little is known and through what has survived. Part 5. A Toto with many lives, Château de Chaumont isn't just notable for its 1930s chapter. Its history stretches back further, though records remain scarce. Architectural clues suggest multiple construction phases. The mix of ashlar stone, red brick, and mansard roofing points to a structure that evolved over time. There are no grand archives documenting its every owner, but that doesn't mean its story lacks weight. If anything, the gaps in the historical record make the restored images even more vital. Each photo becomes a puzzle piece. Some of these pieces show exterior damage or renovations, which gives us hints about maintenance, or lack thereof, over time. Others give away changes in landscaping or access points that no longer exist. Restoring these moments helps document not just one period, but several eras in Chaumont's long history. This isn't a chateau frozen in time, it's one that has lived, breathed, changed, and in some ways, survived abandonment. Part 6. Why this work matters today. In an age where digital content moves fast and attention spans are short, you might wonder why it matters to focus on old photos from a single chateau few people have heard of. The answer is simple: because memory matters. And not just personal memory, but collective memory, history that risks being forgotten if no one tends to it. This restoration project is about more than image quality. It's about care. It's about honoring what was real. In a world obsessed with aesthetic edits and Instagram filters, it feels revolutionary to show something as it really was, and to explain why that matters. My goal with this video isn't to chase clicks or viral status. If this story reaches even a few people who care about preservation, about untold history, and about the quiet dignity of ordinary lives lived in extraordinary places, then it's worth it. Thank you for taking the time to join me in this quieter corner of history. If you found value in this project, consider subscribing. I have more photo restorations coming, not just from Chaumont but from other lesser-known chateaux across France. Also consider becoming a member of my channel Chateau Walls to support my videos of commentary. And if you've ever worked on restoring your own family photos, or have a connection to a place like this, feel free to share in the comments. This channel isn't just about visuals. It's about conversation. It's about memory. It's about giving the past the attention it deserves. Thanks again, and until next time, take care of your history.